Hi everybody, this is Coach Olivia from Achieve Today, and today we're going to talk about 3 ways to prevent doubt with your manifestations. Now, how does doubt even affect manifestation? Now, something to know is that doubt is a very normal part of the manifestation process. Otherwise you would probably already have what you desire anyway. And so doubt to me is kind of like the shedding of what you thought was possible. It's the residue that often surfaces when we set a new goal that goes against what we think we're capable of. So it's not, again, anything that's inherently bad. It's very normal. However, if we get into a pattern of feeding our doubt instead of transforming it, it can keep us in the same place. If we do think in terms of energy and frequency, we attract ultimately what we are. We attract what we are. And if we are in a state of doubt, we often will see things that reflect that. And scientifically, we have something in our brain called the reticular activation system. And what it does is it acts like a filter. If I was to absorb every single piece of data in my environment, brain would go into overdrive. It's not built to do that. So the way that it discerns what to take in is based on our beliefs. So, for example, if I believed that yellow cars were the best cars, I'd probably see a lot of yellow cars. It's, again, what our brains are accustomed to. It's also known as confirmation bias. So this can work in your favor or it can work against you. So if you have a belief that you are not deserving of a good relationship, you doubt a good relationship being possible for you, oftentimes you will find data in your environment to support that belief, unless you consciously make an effort to transform it. Not push it away, not shove it down, but transform doubt into something new. And this is going to begin with building yourself up and creating a new inner belief. So one of the first things you can do to start transforming belief is accept both possibilities. Now, this one's not always fun, but accepting the possibility of not getting it. So again, thinking about relationships. Let's say that you feel really, really attached to getting one. In fact, your well-being is attached to the possibility of having a relationship someday, to the point that even thinking of the other possibility makes you really upset. From that point, you're not free. There's a lot of attachment. So trying to make an effort to accept that possibility can open you up to actually feed what you desire. So a tangible method for this is you can go into your room, close the door, and start pacing back and forth, talking really fast, and say everything that you're afraid of. Nobody's gonna love me, I'm never gonna find a relationship, I'm gonna die alone with 12 cats, going around and around and just saying worst case scenario, getting it all out. And then once you notice the emotional energy of that has died down a little bit, then you switch. You slow your pace, you talk slower, and you start saying, it's positive statements. It's really probable that I'll find a relationship. Whether or not I do, I know I'm going to be okay. There are so many people in this world that I haven't even met yet that are going to love me. Statements like that. And you keep doing this until you notice that the doubt, the fear, all that junk starts creeping back up. And then you switch back and saying all the negative, worst case scenario, all the things that you're afraid of. And you continue doing this back and forth until you get to a neutral state. So at this level of consciousness, you're not fearing the negative and you're not too attached to the positive. And this is really a magic zone for creating what you want. So ultimately, one of the best ways to transform doubt is just to allow yourself to feel it, experience it, and move on. Replace it with something new. So ultimately, again, step 1 is accepting both possibilities. Now, step 2 is to get in a state of gratitude. So gratitude, throughout all of my experience with practicing law of attraction, is 100% the most influential on creating the life that I want. So when you're making a deliberate effort to practice gratitude, you're programming that thing in your brain to expect the best. You know, if you are writing in a gratitude journal every single night, your brain will get into the habit of throughout your day looking for things to write down. You know, your brain is prepping to write down what you're grateful for. And so throughout the day, you're going to start looking for it. And what this is going to do is it's going to make you feel better. It's going to put you in a better position to recognize opportunities, welcome opportunities. So a good example of this is, again, if you don't feel that you're worthy of love and you see somebody at the grocery store or at the gym that you feel kind of a weird connection to. If you doubt yourself and you don't think you're worthy of love, you know, if that person approached you, you'd probably shut them down. Because you'd have all these stories running about how unworthy you are right away, to the point you'd push it away. Whereas instead, if you are focusing on gratitude, you are feeding yourself thoughts of self-love, of worthiness. You are focusing on the good things in life. You know, you're going to be in a much better position to receive love and accept love instead of getting so caught up in those stories of doubt. So the practice that I do is I just write in my gratitude journal every night before bed. And again, this has fundamentally changed my life when it comes to manifestations. Now, the third one, this is a big one that we hear all the time in the law of attraction community, and that's visualization. So, you know, again, if your inner program about the world, your belief about yourself is really, really negative, it can be hard for the subconscious mind to connect to what you desire or to be in alignment with what you desire. So visualizing is awesome because your subconscious mind, it speaks in metaphors and symbols, so images. And if you are visualizing what you desire repetitively, you are programming that thing in your brain to look for what you desire. And your subconscious mind also doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. So if you are giving your mind visualizations that you are in, again, a healthy, loving relationship, you are financially abundant, it is going to feel much more real to you. And again, therefore, clearing doubt and putting yourself in a better position to actually receive what you desire. So overall, when it comes to releasing doubt, it's, again, not something bad. It's a very normal part of the manifestation process. It's just something to be transformed. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you found value and you would like to hear more of what these coaches are saying each and every week, please subscribe to our channel so that you can continue to get these episodes. We hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.